Chicago, and we are all sheltering at home, as all of you are. So, finding different projects to do here at the studio, and I'm looking around and thinking about what can I turn something into. And so, we have market boxes, so I thought we would do something with some market box cutouts, a little bit of recycling that. So what I did is I started by cutting 3 discs, 14-inch round, 11.5-inch diameter, and 8.5-inch diameter. I color enhanced one side of it with, I believe I used dark chocolate Design Master. And this is going to be the base of a bouquet we're going to do today. So let's start off with the 14-inch, the large one. To create a handle, what I did is I took some 20 gauge wire, wrapped it with white tape, 6 of them. I'm going to put it through, spindle them out. Lay it down so you have the handle here. Then I will turn them over. And what I would normally do, and I am sorry, some of these things we just have to make do with what we have because we don't have as much stuff in the store right now. But I would normally use packing tape and tape these down.
Bill Blythe says hello.
Hello, Bill. How are you? Jamie's talking to me today. So that creates the handle, and this is what's going to hold the base of it. First step we're going to do is I want to put some ribbon on the back of this big piece. So use your glue gun. That's hot. Glue it down. Can you bring it? Can you see from over here? So it's glued down. Then bring it, wrap it around the handle to the other side, and then glue it back on the top of this. Pretty easy. I just think the ribbon finishing would be much more beautiful. Let's wrap the handle before we go any further. Normally, if I am doing a handle made out of wire like this, I will use a little bit of foam, soft foam, and wrap that underneath the ribbon so it's a little bit nicer to hold on to. Just glue this down. Like so. And you're going to keep going all the way around. To save materials, I'm not going to finish this one. I just wanted to show you the technique that I used. Wrap it around. Go to the other side. And you're going to want to keep doing that until you've wrapped the whole bottom, and that'll create a real beautiful pattern on the bottom for you and something pretty to look at. I think the bottom of bouquets should always be decorated. We never know exactly what the photographers, how they're going to shoot our stuff, right? They're creatives and they have their own mindset of what they want to do. So let's make sure that every aspect of what we send out is done. And this is not long enough, but pretend like it's long enough. So then that's going to create the bottom of the bouquet. And Lord, these glue strings. So that's going to create the bottom and the handle. Next, what you want to do for this, to get this started, is to cut soleil leaves that are all about the same size, break them down, use your Oasis adhesive, and kind of just spread some on. Come on. Gotta love this stuff. So what I do when I'm doing this is I spread it around like that. You don't want it to be too thick because it will burn the foliage. Give it a few seconds. And then put your layers of leaves all the way around, keeping them all out about the same width, the length. And you're going to go all the way around the diameter of this bottom piece.
Jennifer Hunt says, afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear. How are you doing? How's your daughter?
Ramon Valdez says, is that lemon?
What? It's soleil, lemon leaf, yes. And then once you go all the way around, you do 2 layers. All the way around. And you only need to do 2 layers of this all the way around. The center you're not going to see, so let's not waste product on that. So while that is drying, then the next one you're going to do, imagine we're doing this all the way around. I have a finished one to show you when this is dry. We're going to use silver dollar foliage.
Andrew Stinson says, thanks for the inspirtainment.
Okay. How are you, sir? The next, it's the same concept. Put a little bit of glue on here. So when I do this one, I take the leaves face down first. All the way around. Because you see how they kind of go down over the rim of this? And then this one, because the foliage is smaller, you're going to need to do 3 rows of it. Then you take them and you do the curve up. Do you see how that starts to create a curve up for you? So you have some down and up. And you're going to do 3 rows all the way around. Then your top one, this is going to be the one that is most visible in the bouquet. So I would mix them. Start with that, soleil leaves, lemon leaves, going all the way around.
Andrew says, I really meant that. And then Alan Master says, hey guys, how are things in Chi-Town?
Hey Andrew, I know you did. I've been watching you. And Alan, everything is the same as what it is everywhere. It's not lovely, but it's something we all have to get through, right? We would have never thought that this would be our life.
Jim Vargas says, hola.
Hola. And then you do your soleil or your silver dollar and just make whatever pattern you want to make on the top. Again, this is going to be the most visual component, and I'll show you what I did in a moment. So once all 3 of these are completely rounded, again, this one, only 3 rows around, leave the center open. This one, you're going to want to cover the complete top. This is going to be the top of it. So the middle one, flip it over. I'm using some styro that's about an inch thick, about an inch and a half. I'll measure it and put the measurements up. And this glue pot, again, cool down. So I would use the glue pot, but mine glued down. But for now, I'll just use my glue gun. For stuff like this, I think the glue pot is a little bit stronger, so I prefer to use that. But this is only going to be a sample, so. And you're going to do 3 of these on the bottom of the middle and 3 on the bottom of the top. All right. I love this glue, but then glue this. Again, if you have a glue pot, that's ideal for this. Don't trust the glue gun, but for right now, just to show you guys what the finished piece looks like, I'm doing that. And then glue this to the top of here.
Carolyn Ascari says, hi from London. Is this going to be recorded so I can watch it again, please?
Yes, we will post this and we will get it up there for you. And hello from London. It's one of our favorite places to go. We were coming to visit you guys this fall, but I don't know that that's going to happen now. And then glue the top one on like that. So now you have these 3 layers. The reason I wanted to do the styrofoam in between is I wanted some dimension. I didn't want it to lay so flat. And I want to be able to, when we do the bouquet, stick water tubes in between the layers and you won't see them. So this is the mechanics of what that's going to look like. Got it, Boo?
Mm-hmm.
So let me put this down. And this is what it looks like completed. You see, there is still some gap in between. It doesn't look so flat. And this I actually made yesterday morning. And I just put it in a plastic bag and put it into coolers, just to give you an idea of how long ago this was made. So that is what it looks like completely done. Now let's add the fun stuff to it.
Lori Schultz says, hi, Adam.
Hello.
Alex Rodriguez says, where'd you buy the glue gun?
The glue gun I actually bought at Michael's. This glue gun is the ultimate glue gun, and it comes with a lot of different nozzles. And so some gluing techniques that I've learned from the fabulous Helen Miller, I need a nice glue gun. And maybe I'll show you guys something like that. She's amazing, by the way. Follow her. And I wanted a nice glue gun. So that's where I got that.
Jim Vargas says, saludos desde Mexico.
You know you have to translate that.
Hello from Mexico.
And so you just start putting this through. So I'm going to put it through the bottom, in between the layers. And then just use my glue gun and glue it into place. And this is from dried product from Knud Nielsen, amazing company. If you guys are out there looking for some fabulous dried product, as you know, it's so in season. Everybody's using it now. And then just put them in between the layers. And I like because it kind of looks like it's coming out, it's growing out of it. When this glue somewhat dries, I will lift it up and show you guys what it's looking like. And Jamie can bring the camera over and do an above angle.
Mary McClaskey says, watching you and your ideas is one of the best parts of quarantine.
Well, thank you for that. It's fabulous for me to be doing these. And it's amazing to see all the floral designers out there showcasing some of their talent. It's really what's getting us through this moment for all of us involved.
Matthew Albert Britchin says, just fabulous.
Do you see how it's starting to create a cascade to it? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
And Laura says, beautiful work.
Thank you.
My greetings from Argentina.
Hello, how are you? Jamie is translating for me because I don't speak Spanish at all, and he does. So he is my translator. So I'm just adding a little bit of silver dollar to carry it through. I love Uke. I think this is something that we're going to see a lot of. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Elena Kager says, amazing armature.
Thank you. The one advantage of this shelter at home is we all get to think of things that we normally wouldn't. On an everyday basis, we're trying to think of what we have to do for our business and what's coming up. Now I feel like we just all have a lot of time to kind of be creative, do something fun. And I am using the floral adhesive, and before somebody says something, I know I'm not doing it necessarily right. You're supposed to let it set before you just put it onto the piece, but I'm just trying to get this kind of going for you guys.
Lori asks, can we see the handle, please? But this one's not done.
This handle's not done, but I did not finish the back of this to save product. This is what your handle would look like. I would ribbon wrap it and then do the ribbon treatment along the back. And that's in the beginning of the video, and we will be posting some still shots as well. Look at these beautiful roses. These I'm gonna let set for a few seconds. My friends at Kennecott's in Chicago saw that I was doing these videos, and they were very kind, and they gave me some product to be utilizing. So shout out to Kennecott's in Chicago. You guys are great. We're all having so many problems with business, and the wholesalers are really amongst all of us that are having trouble. So support them when you guys can. All right. Glue some in here.
Grandma Sandy said, I'm learning so much. I want to come work for you when this pandemic's over. Only kidding. Love these videos.
You can come and work for me, Grandma Sandy. Some people would like that, some people would not. And I'm just going to keep this line going with the design. I have some delphinium florets that I'm going to glue on. Normally, we would glue on orchid florets. We do a lot of orchids in our bouquets. Lots of macara because they come in so many different colors. We don't just stick a whole stem of macaras into a bouquet. I feel like they get lost. I've seen it done on Instagram where they just stick stems and stems of macaras in, and I feel like you lose the design. Whereas when you just glue the florets in, you really get to see the beauty of the flower, and your money goes a lot further then. And it's all about how we can keep our money going a little bit further, right? And let's glue a few of these onto the actual branches. Kiwi vine.
Alan would like to know if it's okay to share this on our Allied page. I'd love the tutorial.
You can do whatever you like, Alan. I know you only have the good of the industry in heart, and I would love that, so thank you. If you guys don't know Alan, check him out. He's commenting. Go to his page. He posts weekly different boutonnieres and different things he does. He's a real talented designer, and huge shout out to him. Him and we worked together in a workroom in South Dakota when we were there, and had the best time with him. And just learning ideas and exchanging thoughts. And that's really what our industry is. It's exchanging thoughts. It's learning from each other. And coming together, right? That's what we have to do. See how pretty the florets look in there? I love them just floating along on the kiwi vines. Check out Knud Nielsen's webpage, guys. The dry product they have and the bleach product they have is just phenomenal. And I like to support those who support our industry. They were very good to Illinois State Florist Group for our show, our convention. They sent the fabulous Jacob McCall to do a show, and they sent product. It was really amazing. And support those who support us. Just gonna keep gluing some stuff in.
Carrie Swenson says, South Dakota, that was one of the best shows South Dakota had. Thank you.
It was a blast being with you guys. I have never had so much fun. You guys are a rock team over there. That has got to be one of the highest. South Dakota show has got to be one of the highlights of my career. While I'm doing this, I talk a little bit about South Dakota. Well, they were so encouraging of any ideas that we had. I think they were in the forefront of thought process. I wanted to do a rape survivor runway show with actual rape survivors. We didn't know that we would get rape survivors to actually want to rock, and they did. And I get the goosebumps now just thinking about it. So many people came up after the show telling me their stories, and it really wasn't about that. For me, it was about what the power of flowers can do for people and how that could change the way somebody feels. Kudos, I will always consider South Dakota one of my floral families because I was so proud to be part of that show and that they allowed me to put something like that together. I love you guys. So as you can see, it's kind of coming together. There's a lot more that I'm going to be adding. Let's see if we can stand up. You see how it's kind of coming together here? If you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a big believer in not a ton of product, but a big display. And I think this is a pretty good sized display. Remember how gorgeous this is. It's older, I know, but it's phenomenal. So remember what I was telling you about water tubes? You can put them in between. I wanted to show you, we water tubed these. And I am just going to use the glue gun, glue this puppy. And stick it in between the layers. I'll get all of these glued in, show you guys. The end game. So that's kind of where it's going. It's just glued in. I am actually going to finish this off camera and let it dry, and we're going to photograph it really well, because as you can see, the glue's not completely dry. But this is a different way to create a bouquet. We're gonna take some still shots and we'll finish it off camera, so watch my Facebook page for that, and I'll be sharing that. So that's what we have for today, but before I log off, I want to talk a little bit about what we're facing. First off, thank you to the medical team that is keeping our nation and the world going through this. This is horrible, what we're going through, and I think sometimes we're not really aware of what's happening in the world. I know for us, the other day, when we heard our shelter in place was extending until April 30th, it was a big shock to our system. And I say that, and like, in my brain, I knew we are not going to be done with this for a long time. But in my heart, I was hoping it would come to an end, and it's not. We still have months ahead of us, guys. Thank you to all the floral people out there keeping Facebook and social media filled with happiness and flowers. But there is a moment where we have to think about the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is we're losing farms. We're losing wholesalers. Flower shops and event companies are closing up left and right. We're not alone in this, and if any of you feel like you're having a bad day, reach out to me, pick up the phone, call your friends. I am so grateful that my floral community and my friends have been there. We get each other, we know what's happening, so we understand the drama. One of my friend's husband is very good about checking out what is out there and what's available, and his name is Sean, Frankie's husband, and he has been investigating everything, and he does believe that SAF has the best information out there on what we can do to help ourselves and our businesses. So please visit SAF page. Don't wait. A lot of this stuff is going to take some time to get to you. Don't wait for it to happen. You know, get out there now. I've spent my morning trying to figure out ways to put money into my business and filling out applications and grants. Get out there and do it now. Even if it's not in your town, you're still being affected by this, and we want this industry to come back strong and huge for all of us. So we are here for you. Reach out if you ever need somebody to talk to. You're not alone, no matter how you feel when you're in your studio and trying to look at the bills coming in with no money. I'm facing that myself. Yeah, I'm getting to do beautiful things, but there's not a day that goes by, not a minute that goes by that I'm not thinking about bills are due. Where's the money? We're all on the same boat. So get out there, support each other, support our wholesalers and our farms. We're gonna need them when this is over. So enough said for that. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to finish this and we will photograph it and get it up for you. You all have a good day. Bye now.